Hello and welcome to English with Annabelle. In this video, we are talking about a book. There are 3 parts. 1. New words and examples. 2. More vocabulary for your flashcards. And 3. Quotes from the movies. Please find all the new words and collocations in the description box. Pause this video whenever you need. What's this? It's a book. One book. A lot of books. A textbook. It's a book for your classroom. For example, a biology book, a notebook, a cookery book, or a cookbook, a bookshelf, a bookshop, or a bookstore. An address book. To read a book about. For example, I enjoy reading books about sport. To read about somebody in a book. I read about him in a book at school. A pile of books. She noticed piles of books on the floor. To write a book. Kurt Vonnegut wrote a great book. So, a book by somebody. I'm reading a book by Kurt Vonnegut. To look through the book. I looked through the book until I found the right chapter. A chapter. What is it? Parts of a book. The introduction to a book. In the introduction to this book, you can find a very interesting story. The cover of a book. His picture is on the cover of the book. A chapter of a book. The first chapter of the book is about his family. In the library. To borrow a book from a library. You can borrow up to 6 books from the library. To return a book to a library. Please return all your books before the end of the year. Look, I know, it's a lot of vocabulary. But don't worry, we're gonna look at the words again in the next sections. You're doing great! In this section, you can find all the vocabulary from the video. You can pause the video and read the collocations, and you can say your own example phrases, and you can copy the vocabulary from the description box. What's this? A book. What are these? A lot of books. Many books. A textbook. a biology book, a notebook, a cookery book, or a cookbook, a bookshelf, a bookshop, or a bookstore, an address book. To read a book about sport. To read about somebody in a book. To look through the book. To write a book. A pile of books. A book by somebody. The introduction to a book. The cover of a book. A chapter of a book. To borrow a book. To return a book. It's a book of interviews with artists. What book are you reading at the moment? I looked through the book until I found the right chapter. We were waiting for the new Harry Potter book to come out. You can borrow up to 6 books from the library. Please return all your books before the end of the year. I got it from the little bookshop in the village. His picture is on the cover of the book. The first chapter of the book is about his family. Do you have any books in biology? It's a pretty good book.
In Alexander Dumas' book,
So, they close the book on JF?
If I really wanted to learn to cook, I could just cook my way through Julia Child's cookbook.
Our intrepid literary scout, Avis Devoto, is friends with some woman who's written a huge French cookbook.
Dad wasn't looking for a book about the knight's tomb. He was looking for the tomb itself.
No, you know what? If you wrote a book about our knight...
I told him we met at that art exhibit at Stanley Rose's bookshop.
And then my teacher told me about this other book by a guy named Backer, and he...
No, I just came to get my address book.
He wanted to borrow a book.
If you know anyone who can learn from this video, please share it with them. Thank you. Please let me know in the comments below what other words you would like to learn with these videos. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button and consider subscribing. It can really help the channel.